Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks. Welcome to another stream. Today I'm playing Prison Architect and I will be switching over in just a second. And Prison Architect is a very fun game if you're into the sort of management, sort of tycoon game genre or whatever you want to call this. But there are a bunch of ways in which you can actually break this game and make nearly infinite amounts of money. Now, I'm not talking about the forestry architect way of breaking it, because as you can see, we don't have a single prisoner here, and look at our cash flow. And all of each of these, like each individual log is worth $50, and we're producing like hundreds of them every day. So yeah, that is one way of breaking it, but we're gonna do something else. I'm gonna create a new prison, and for what I'm doing, it doesn't really matter whether you choose this guy, which makes who makes prisoners less aggressive, or this one. Gets a small cut of the resale value of each piece of contraband found. This is actually pretty. This is actually pretty damn good. I'm gonna take her just for a little bit of extra money while we're doing what we're gonna be doing. Oh shit! Should have chosen medium or large size, I guess. There we go. Okay. So the first thing you do in Prison Architect when you're starting out is you accept a grant, so you have $20,000 extra. And the one I chose was the basic detention center, which is, well, the one that gives you 20 grand right away. So you want to secure your prison, right? So there's two main ways that you can do this. You can either, when you're building your foundation, you can make the entrance a large jail door, or of course you can build a fence around the whole thing, which is what I'm going to do, because I don't like the what was I gonna say? I don't like the idea of a large jail door at the entrance, because it creates a big bottleneck when you're taking in more than say 5 or so prisoners. It does get rather annoying. So instead, I'm gonna leave the entrance open, the entrance to the prison, that is, and I'm going to put a road gate here. That way they don't escape. And also a road gate here. Sure, that is more expensive, but it's just as effective. And also, oh yeah, one more thing. No, don't dump, but dismantle. These trees are worth a bunch of money. Not each of them, not like one of them individually, but you know, overall, combined, they are going to be worth a decent amount, and that is why you should always dismantle the trees at the start of every prison architect. Yep, we can sell the logs. That's why you should always dismantle the trees at the start of every prison in this game. I'm not going to do the sort of thing that I showed at the very start, which is sort of like only doing a forestry sort of simulated thing with no actual prisoners, and make tons of money that way. Because that does get, I mean, doing it once or twice is fun, but it does get pretty repetitive after a while. Today, however, we're gonna be looking for another exploit, and we gotta build up to, because there's things we need to unlock in order to get that. in order to get the chance to do it. So that I don't know if we will be able to get that far today, but we will certainly be able to get there next week if we can't manage to do it today. One more thing I need to do is close prisoner intake for now, or rather fill capacity, which is what I usually prefer to have set at. The time is actually running, and I want that to be the case just so we can actually get on with our lives and we don't have to game past while clicking these trees, and then later they have to do it anyway. Damn, this is a really dense cluster of trees here. So that is how you would start in Prison Architect if you are doing a legit build. Of course, do remember that we are only at 8 workmen, which is what you start with. We do actually make positive cash flow for whatever reason. So this means that we can actually hire some more workmen. Where is everyone? Okay. Let's go up to, say, 20. Exceeds daily budget. Okay, well. Going to like select them all by dragging or something? I wish we could. I wish we could. Yeah. Or can we do... Oh, we can do that, I guess. That's easier. Just sort of click and hold, click and drag. Dismantle all of these. Okay. And then we're going to put these into the export zone. And if we actually have one, don't think we do. But we will make one. Anyway, export. Let's put that there. Okay, and then we will start building our actual prison. So, since we have a fence around the edges of our prison, there is no need to make a large jail door at the entrance to our prison. Ideally, you would want the entrance to a prison close to the delivery zone, because that's where the prisoners are going to arrive. So let's start with a reasonably, I'd say like a mid-sized prison, like so. This way we should still have a decent amount of money left over to actually build all of this. And of course making a yard is pretty much as simple as, you know, running a fence around some of the outside here and just marking it as a yard. So that's very cheap. And again, you can of course also do this. We obviously need a power station. Thankfully, we don't have to buy the first one, but we have one still in stock. Let's put that like here. And we will put a capacitor, or I'll put 3 here for now. And then we also need a water pump station. So I'm gonna connect here. No, not with power switch, but with an electrical cable. Okay, and now we'll place a simple like door here, although I thought we could only put utilities indoors. I always have them outside my prison. I don't know. It's just the way I've always done it. Not quite sure why. It's just a personal habit, I guess. And now look at that. Look, now they're stacking the logs on top of the supply truck. And look at, watch this right here. 1,700 in exports. That's why you should always cut the trees first before you start doing anything else on a new prison. Okay, so we will also, I think I'm gonna go with more capacitors here. Just so I don't need to worry about it for a little bit longer. Now that the door is in, all of this is going to fill up. Now we can just dismantle the door because we don't need it anymore. And we will instead demolish a couple of walls here just to make for easier access into our prison when we're taking in prisoners. We of course need to worry about the power cables. Let's do something like this as sort of like a basic setup. Now we need a bunch of different types of rooms. So with this layout, I think I want the... Let's actually go into planning. I think I want my holding cell relatively close to the wall, like here, and I don't want it to be very big. Like so. Because the holding cell doesn't actually have a purpose, in my opinion. I've never been a fan of using holding cells, but we need one for this grant. So we're gonna make a yard somewhere out here. I'm not gonna worry with planning for that. I think I want the... I wanna go with dormitories in this build and not cells. Dormitories are more expensive to build because of the bunk beds. which are like 500 each. But they do allow for having 2 persons sleeping in each of them. So I think I want my first dormitory to be like here. Then I want the entrance to be here. Actually, I think I want it here instead. So this down here is going to be like shower, canteen, and kitchen. Actually, no, I'm going to have the shower up here somewhere. Yeah, all of this. This is going to be the shower. Then I'm going to have the kitchen and canteen complex over here. We can easily make the dormitory a little bit bigger, actually. Actually, no, you know what? We need offices too. For like a warden or a chief and what have you. So I'm gonna make the shower a little bit smaller. I'm gonna only make it until, let's say, here. And then the office is gonna have to be like here. Does this contain walls? I think it does, doesn't it? Anyway, the office needs to be how large? Four by 4. So we can have our shower like here. 1, 2, 3 offices. And then there's that. Okay. Good. So as far as our kitchen and canteen complex goes, by the way, I'm always a fan of having space to walk about for prisoners. And also for guards and whatnot, and for workmen. But I do think we can make this a little bit bigger still. I do, when I expand downwards, I want to still be able to use this kitchen and canteen complex, so I'm thinking ahead a little bit here. So I think I want to separate the kitchen like here. And then this is going to be canteen. We are going to make like a nice little pass-through with 2 staff doors, and then I'm gonna open this up like here. In kitchen, canteen, 2 guards, 2 cooks. Okay, well, we can do that. Now let's start actually building this. Also, the holding cell is going to have an entrance, obviously, which is why I'm going to remove this one tile here. Now, the one thing you really need to worry about with dormitories is where do you place like the toilets and shower heads, because that's where you're gonna need pipes. And then obviously if they can go through the pipes really easily, then they're gonna be able to escape. So I think I'm gonna do something like this here. Make the shower heads here, because I like shower heads in my dormitory. And then I'm also going to put like the... I'm gonna add like 1 or 2 toilets down here somewhere. Obviously, we're going to need shower heads in our actual shower as well, which is why I'm gonna do something like this. By the way, I don't really mind that much whether I'm using concrete or brick walls. Like, they're both, you know, relatively simple, and it doesn't really matter that much to me which one I use. Okay, so much more important for now is the use of these, and then also shower heads, which I think we can place like here. That's facing the wrong way. Because we have shower heads here, we're also gonna need drains somewhere. I still have yet to figure out where to put the drains in order to not flood the entire thing. I've never been able to do that. I have no idea where to put them. So I guess because I don't want the water to come out, I'm gonna place them here. I'm gonna place 2 metal detectors here, and that has the simple reason, because I've learned from experience that sometimes prisoners carry sharp objects or, you know, spoons or whatever into their dormitories, and then they dig themselves out. Now, how are you gonna carry in a spoon if there's a metal detector here, huh? Riddle me that. Okay, and from here we can really start adding bunk beds. And that'll be it. Maybe like a sofa or something for a little bit of relaxation here in the cell, just to keep prisoners a little bit happier. Okay, then that's that. We will add 3 chairs. Where's the office desk? Also, these are going to be staff doors, of course. And filing cabinets. Those are going to be our offices. Then we're going to add shower heads. Again, not quite sure where to place the drains effectively, so I'm just going to put them here. You can also do something like this and then put shower heads around them, but I don't want to put down too many pipes right now, because remember, we are still fairly early, and we also still gotta put everything into the kitchen that needs to be in there. And, you know, cookers are expensive, fridges, yada yada yada. Sure, one more, and then have like 1 or 2 fridges here, and then another one here, and a sink or 2. And I think that's enough bins. And then we also, of course, need to hook everything up to water and to power. Now, I still don't fully understand what the pipe valves. Oh, it toggles the availability of water to any. Now, I have yet to think of a situation where I wouldn't want water going to a specific place. I think this is the most... I think this is the most efficient way of doing this. We are probably going to need more capacitors here. So let's do that. And then in the canteen, we are going to need benches and tables. And also a serving table, of course, or two. I think that's enough. Oh, what do we need in the holding cell, by the way? While these guys are doing their thing. A toilet and a bench, okay. So, do we have water here? Yeah, we do. So we're just gonna run the small pipes along here, and so we're gonna put the toilet somewhere there. Like so. And a bench. Like here. And also, of course, a jail door. So rooms, let's do this. This is the kitchen. This is the canteen. We have a large dormitory here. We have offices. We have a, where is it? Shower. We have a holding cell. And we still need a yard, which I think... I'm just gonna make here. And then demolish walls. Oh, minimum size 5 by 5, huh? What is this then? 3 by 3? Or 3 by whatever. I mean, I guess we could also just... While these guys are hammering away. Yeah, this is just 3. Dismantle the jail door. And then put it here. And then we put a couple of phone booths here. A couple of weight benches. And maybe like a pool table. And then this will be our yard. Then we need a couple of guards. A couple of cooks. We also need our warden, so I'm gonna go here. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to be taking in 40 prisoners. Which means we are going to need a couple more guards. Not necessarily more workmen or cooks, I think. But the first thing we're gonna have to do is, I guess... Wait, what is the thing that allows us to do reform programs? Education. Well, we also need security and finance and maintenance. We're gonna need those eventually anyway. And he already had something. No? Okay. Oh, also we need to change the regime, because this is just... The standard regime is just terrible. Okay, so they wake up at 7. Okay, what's the first thing they do? I think shower. Right. Then they can eat, in my opinion. Actually, no, they're gonna eat twice a day. So they're gonna eat at 1, which means work or free time is gonna be the next thing. So work if you're working, and if you're not working, free time. So that'll be our main thing that they're gonna be doing. And they're gonna be eating here, and then actually work 1 more hour, eat here, and then sleep. There we go. Now we basically just have to wait. I've heard that things can flood by high pressure water from large pipes. Maybe that's where we use it. Okay. But I'm always running like small pipes into the things that need water anyway. I'm never running them off of the large pipes directly. Okay, next grant. Security procedure. Our staff room. Isn't maintenance. Okay, so we're gonna be hiring the accountant soon. Because now we just have to wait, right? You have to wait for this warden to finish research. We can actually already start building another foundation because we did get a lot of money from just the intake, which is pretty solid. Also sell these objects just for a little bit of extra money. Each log is worth something, you know? Even this one. The pipe valves, okay. Why are they not eating? Yeah, I think I'm going to build out that way next. Or this way. I don't think I want to build out this way yet. Okay, so also I'm gonna add a little section here, but a little bit later. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm basically just gonna demolish these walls so they can enter here. And then here is where I'm gonna have a visitation room. Okay, so that is done. We can demolish these walls. It's not that they can escape through there anyway. And also I think I'm gonna make this from a brick wall instead. Okay, who did we just unlock? Huh? Maintenance, I guess. Cleaning, definitely. We need that. We are also gonna need another office, because we are gonna need a chief and we are gonna need a psychologist. Okay. So just because I have the money right now, I'm gonna do that, add all of these capacitors. Okay, and we need prison policy unlocked. That's our goal. Where's prison policy? Where is prison policy? Can't see it right now. Oh, there it is. One death? Huh, okay. That's a pretty early death. It's only day 5. Okay, but whatever. So a visitation room. Okay, it doesn't have any size requirements. We're just gonna make this fairly small. There's a fight going on there. But we have the guards available, so that's good. And put this door in here. That's a visitation room. Oh, that wasn't part of one of our grants. Okay. Have we unlocked cleaning yet? Yeah, we have. Okay, so let's hire a couple of janitors. Actually, we need 2 more offices. Is a medical ward necessary right from the beginning? No, I don't think so. Put your office, thank you. So we got that out of the way. What does she actually do? Oh, land expansion, extra grant, bank loan, tax relief. We could get that right now already. I think it's a little bit too much for right now. Instead, I want prison policy first, and I think I've already started researching that. That's actually not progressing. Hire a security chief. Okay, so I think where are we gonna put these offices here? Or do we put the offices here? Yeah, I think right here. That's fine. If there's enough space, actually. No, there isn't. So I think I'm gonna put them here. Like so. And then staff doors. Each of them is gonna get a chair and an office desk, as well as a filing cabinet. We can even put a medical ward over here if we wanted to. Where are the offices? There they are. So we need a chief. Unlock patrols. There we go. Okay, so now we unlocked prison policy. Okay, now here's what we gotta do. A parole room is something where the prisoners, because let's click at them, right? He, for example, he has been sentenced to 11 years. He has been sentenced to 3 years, 6 years, 12 years, whatever. And after a certain percentage of that time, they can go up for parole, and then if they pass, they get released for free, and we get a bunch of money. So that's what we're gonna try and do here as our little exploit strategy. Because the amount of money you get from each prisoner is $3,000 for each one. That's quite a lot. One, two, three, four, five. So we need a wall here. Double check if that's 5 by 5. Yep. So we're gonna have 3 parole rooms, which is gonna be enough for the time being, with only 40 prisoners in the prison. But we can, of course, also add more if we do stuff like this. Or we could even have them set up in a way like this. Now, each of these only needs a visitor's table, so these rooms are also extremely easy and cheap to build. So now when we have six parole rooms, I don't think they're gonna always be active. Like, I don't think they're gonna be permanently active. Let's just be honest. With 40 prisoners in the prison, this is, you know, not gonna get occupied the whole time. But once we do get just a little bit bigger, wait, is this? I think I messed up here a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's only 4 tiles. So we need to do that. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's too small. Okay. Let's run this like here and do that. Okay, there we go. These are gonna be our parole rooms. They don't even need power. So like, I mean, of course you do need light there, but they don't even have any objects in there that require power, such as, you know, whatever TVs or vending machines, stuff like that. One other thing you do need to do is start parole hearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can actually have this multiple times a day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We obviously need to assign these. Wait, are these still too small? They are. I'm an idiot. No room found? What about these then? Maybe we added them too soon. Yeah. So we have all 6 rooms occupied twice a day. Now's when the fun part is gonna start, because now the money should be rolling in. Very, very fast. And would you look at that? I do want to hire more guards. And the reason for this is we don't have deployment yet. No, we don't have deployment yet. We need that. Just so we can deploy 1 guard into each of these parole rooms, just so the prisoners don't do anything stupid. What are they complaining about? We don't have needs because we don't have a psychologist yet. We don't even have psychology researched. There we go, 3,000 for the early release. Someone needs to open that gate. Thank you. Okay. And that was just the first one. There's gonna be many more to come that will be released early. Assign 3 guards to patrol routes. You know what? We can do that now. We are definitely gonna want at least 1 here. We want 1 to open and close the gate when prisoners are being released early, and we want 1 here. 10 grand for the grant completion. Okay, good. What's the next grant? Oh, we also need solitaries. We have psychology now? No, we don't. Okay, there we go. Can he research anything by himself? No, he doesn't have any other things to be researching. So we should get a small bit of money for each piece of contraband that we find, right? We are researching health, so that's good. Prison labor could also be good, but for now we will definitely want to run a bunch of paroles. Have we unlocked deployment? Yeah, we have. Okay, so now I'm gonna deploy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna hire a couple more. Also, what other grants do we have? Cell block A, sure. Free money. Cell block B, we can do that soon. I think we want to do this. Any other grants that we can finish already? Prison maintenance. Unlock groundskeeping and hire 2 gardeners. 1 death. Okay, well. Visitation rights. Add at least 2 TVs. Build a common room. 2 TVs. 5 phone booths. Okay, we have 4. Killed for being a snitch. Yeah, that's like the most. That's like the most common reason for death. For whatever reason. Killed for being a snitch. Okay, so we will have the phone booths. We are gonna build a common room, which is just kinda useless in my opinion, but we'll have it. Okay, we have a bunch of power left in that power station. This is actually already going very well. We haven't had a lot of earlier releases from the Parole yet, but just you wait. Because once we actually make this prison a bit bigger and add a second dormitory like this, and, you know, all of a sudden we don't have 40, but rather, you know, 100 prisoners in our prison, then, oh boy, are we gonna be making money from paroles. Also want to add this real quick. And danger level is increasing. Food. Well, yeah, they haven't eaten yet. But the danger level is going down again. Okay, so this is gonna fill up. And we're also gonna demolish these walls. Okay, now we have a lot of extra space here. I will be planning in like some extra space for a larger canteen. Like up until here, I think. And kitchen. I am going to demolish these walls and replace them with brick ones. Just gonna demolish this. Okay, but now I want to build a second large dormitory. And I think I'm going to be building it here. Yeah, I think that's big enough for now, for what we can take. Oh, come on. Thanks for following, Dracoso1. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Gonna build a common room real quick as well. That one doesn't need to be big, so let's just add common room like here. We need 2 TVs somewhere, so I'm gonna put them in a common room. What does it need to have, the common room? Anything in particular? Nah. So that'll be our common room. Grand completion. That's great. Now we need to make sure that we have all the utilities here. Power is not going to be a problem. Water we will need. Let's run this through here. I'm going to put down a couple of toilets around this area. Let's put down like 1, 2, 3 toilets in here. And we're also gonna make sure that these guys can shower. We are going to put on metal detectors before the entrance. Like so. And then we're gonna add a bunch of bunk beds. That's literally all I do here. Well, maybe with 1 extra space in between. Gonna run out of money soon, but we can take an extra grant. Oh, we just need to hire 1 gardener. So there you go. Grant completed. We can use more bunk beds. What other grants do we have? Cell block B. Remove the supply of stolen weapons. Guess we're gonna do a shakedown and get rid of them that way. Consulting fee, is that what it's called whenever we get money from contraband by our warden? Is that what it says? Okay, grant completion payment, we can stop this. And now we can build more bunk beds. Dude, like, the dormitory is the greatest addition to this game that they've ever made. I remember playing this a couple of years back before bunk beds were a thing. And, you know, before dormitories were a thing anyway. That was... You know, you had to build individual cells and, you know, try building 40 cells in a space efficient way like this, because this holds 40 prisoners by itself. Good luck making your prison that efficient with just cells. Okay, but anyway. Okay, now I do want to hire more guards, and I want to deploy one here, and I want to deploy one here, as well as have one here at all times, just because of the metal detector. And then we actually hire some more. Because we are going to need them in just a second. Like, because once we get the prisoner intake for this, we are going to be above 100 prisoners. Dormitory. There we go. Yeah, you see, 117 right now. So grant, cell block B, easy money. Cell block C, easy money. And we're at 67 grand. Now we can buy land expansion. We can buy tasers, body armor. You can research almost anything here. I do want dog patrols. Like, dogs are really, really good because they can find potential tunnels and cover them so that prisoners can't escape. So that's why the dogs are so useful. I'm also gonna demolish this wall and then extend my yard a little bit. What do they need? Family. Okay. There's phone booths here. They also need exercise. Okay. So I guess... Well, in their free time, they can go to the yard, right? Or they can go to the visitation room. I mean, all of this is going to be at a much larger scale in just a moment, because here we go, there's more phone booths. We are going to add more weights benches. Like so. And we are also going to plant grass here. Sure, why not? And then that'll be our yard. Okay. Now we are going to be taking in 78 extra prisoners tomorrow. So that's a big prisoner intake. So we definitely want to make sure that we're ready for that. And to prepare myself, I will be deleting this wall. And I'm going to be adding more tables and benches. Hey, True Black Sharks, how's it going? Haven't seen you here in a while. This is a new prison, by the way. I only started that when the stream started a little bit over an hour ago. And we are going to be taking in 78 new prisoners tomorrow, bringing us up to a total of 117. This is going to give us a massive cash boost, by the way. $39,000. And the big thing that's going to be generating money for us is these things, the parole rooms. We don't have that many of them yet, but we are gonna have them occupied quite frequently with the extra prisoners that we're taking in. And yeah, paroles are a massive way of making money. I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. It's been a rather busy week and another busy week ahead, but after that it should get a little bit, well, not necessarily a lot less busy, but a little bit more relaxed, I guess. I do want the tax relief, actually. That's a great thing to be researching. Don't I have the guard deployed here yet? No, I don't. I definitely want to research. Well, I do have health, so I am going to, first of all, this is the canteen, and this is the kitchen. I do think I'm gonna demolish these walls because they're not serving any purpose here. Yeah, we do need more guards. Let's go up to 50. There we go. Okay, and now we need to build an infirmary. I do think I want the infirmary here instead of down here in the corner. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. I don't think the infirmary has a minimum size, but I'm gonna make it relatively large anyway. Well, relatively large compared to most infirmaries that I've built, because usually I don't make them very big. So yeah, there's 8 beds. Should be enough for now. Move a door. So we don't actually have anyone going up for parole right now. Do we have more grants that we can take? Laundry, kitchen, cleaning cupboard. So we need to research prison labor. One death. Don't really know what happened, but okay. far as this is only just about halfway. And then this will be an infirmary. And there we go. I'll hire like a couple of doctors. 5 of them should be enough. There we go. We can buy land now, and I think I want to buy this first. Actually, you know what? Let's buy this first. Now, before we do anything else, we want to build the fence here. And by the way, if you have a truckload of money and nothing else to spend it on, you can put barbed wire onto your fences. And, well, that's gonna make it even safer, I guess. Dismantle the road gate, because we're gonna put it here instead. Okay. So we researched some more stuff. We have dogs in an armory are already available, so I do think I want to put both of these buildings here, like the kennel and the armory. Let's see, like... like that. Wait, what's going on? Wait, what? The yard needs to be behind at least one door? Since when? Well, you know what? You can always just do something like this, just in case they try to break through the fence. Okay, and then we need the armory, so we need a weapon rack and a guard locker. Each country requires his own locker. Okay, but not his own weapon rack. Guard locker costs... okay, 200. I misread that for a second. I thought it was 2,000. I think that should be 20 then. Okay, and then we are going to have a staff door here, staff door here. What's going on here? Okay, good. A table. You can have a table. Why not? Also gonna need more than 5 janitors now. Okay, there we go. Now every regular guard is getting their armor. Here we go. I think I'm also gonna have a staff room. 4x4. Okay, it's good. I think I'm gonna have it here. So that I can have a staff door here and a staff door here. So the cooks can rest very easily as well. Because those guys are gonna be stressed out nearly constantly. By the way, I do need more fridges. Like that and like that. I think that's gonna be fine. And then utilities. Something like this. It's gonna do the job. Okay. Now, what do we need in the staff room? Just so I don't forget. At the rank machine. Okay, nothing else. Well, we are gonna put more than that in here. Like we're gonna put in a large TV. Like so. A drink machine, of course, or 2. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe a radio, but I don't think that's necessary. Okay, so now we can also see and grants. Where is it? Assign 2 dog handlers to dog patrols. Assign 2 armed guards to a patrol. Okay, good. We're gonna do that. And the way we're gonna do this is We're gonna set this up so that we can detect tunnels on this side. And then the same thing here as well. Okay. And then we're gonna do armed patrols. Let's do one here. And one, I guess, I don't want to patrol in the shower, especially not with an armed guard, but I could do that. And there we go, there's another completed grant. What do you mean this is insecure? Okay. Why does the yard have to be behind the door now? That's new. Like, yeah, I guess we can do that and then patrol a guard here as well. To open and close the doors every time. That's annoying though. But look at our cash flow. We are at day 11, we're at 8,600 cash flow every day. That's pretty good. Our overall prison valuation is already at 270 grand, but that's only gonna go up from here. Okay, we have not demolished the fence here yet. Some sort of fight is going on as well. Yeah, now that is going down. Also, okay, good. 3,000 for an early prisoner reward. You're gonna get more? No, not today. Okay. Okay, but we can put these visitors tables in here. Doors as well. We need more actual inmates now, I think. And for that we are going to assign 2 armed guards to patrol, didn't I? I don't have any armed guards yet. There we go. We can research that and make sniper towers, but I don't know if I want that. How's this power station doing? Okay, well enough still. No, it's... No. I want to clone this whole thing. Anyway, I think the next step we need to do is to expand this way. So we can fit another one of these dormitories. Or can we do it now? I don't think we quite can. 16. 14, okay. We don't have to build a new foundation here just because of that, but I think I will. What other grants do we have? Cell block D. Okay, we didn't actually have any drugs, so that's great. I don't think I want to do much more in terms of, you know, education and workshop and stuff like that. Simply because in this prison I want to really focus on these paroles. And for that, really only all we need is really only a ton of prisoners and a bunch of parole rooms. It's really all you need. Just to demonstrate how much money you can make with that. So he found a tunnel, he covered it, awesome. This is going to be one hell of a large dormitory. But it's going to increase our prisoner count by, like, I don't know, probably around 120 or so by itself. So before we finish that up and actually take in prisoners, we need to make sure that we have everything else that we need in order to handle the extra amount of prisoners. So more guards, a large enough kitchen and canteen complex, which I don't think we have right now. The shower is probably also not good enough, or not big enough. Probably not even big enough for the 117 that we have now. You know what? I think we should probably also add, like, a few phone booths into these dormitories. Like so. We are gonna need to hire more guards before we take in all of these prisoners as well. So we're at 65 now, which is completely fine for now, but obviously with another like 120 or even 150 from this single dormitory, could get a little problematic. Okay. Seven have passed so far. So we've only really released 7 prisoners early so far. But trust me, you know, I have a prison running that has over 600 inmates, and I have like 50 parole rooms, and I release like, I don't know, 30, 40 prisoners each day, and $3,000 for each one means that I'm making a crap load of money every single day. Plus, of course, the money you get from taking in the prisoners the next day. So 500 for each one of those, in addition to the 3,000 for each of them when they get released. So that is just a massive amount of money that you can make every day. How about another kitchen canteen complex down here? I think that's a fairly good idea. Here's the thing. This is gonna basically be our entrance. This is gonna be our exit on the other side. And then in here we want the kitchen as well. Something along the lines of this. So we are going to want a couple of cookers here. Let's put one more like here. Bins. There's somewhere. There they are. Like so. Then we, of course, need the power and water to go here as well. I think I'm gonna have to do it this way, and then this should cover it. And then something like this. Okay. Alright, so this will be another kitchen. Oh no, that's where I want my exit to be. Okay, so that will be a fair amount of seats. Can also put 2 more rows here. Then we're gonna put down some serving tables as well. To make sure everyone will get their food in time. And then I believe this will be a big enough kitchen and canteen complex for this right here. This is getting close to its limits. So we are going to need a second power station soon. But for now, it's still good. There's another 3K for releasing a prisoner early. There's another one. And there's another 4, 5, 6. Right? Are they all being released? No. Okay. I was getting my hopes up there. They're just kind of running around outside. Good for exercise, I guess. But they're not exercising. I guess it's recreation. Or freedom. Can't take any extra grants because these are still running. Waiting for funds. We can start decking this out with bunk beds. Oh my god, it's gonna be a lot of them. Yeah, this is gonna hold just an insane amount of prisoners. This alone was 36 bunk beds, so this alone is 72 inmates, potentially. Now you can see where this is going. Like, this is just gonna be an absolutely enormous dormitory. I'm not gonna deck out the whole thing with bunk beds though. I want to have this as sort of like a dormitory and sort of common room hybrid. Like, I'm gonna put maybe some TVs or arcade machines in here, potentially a radio, obviously some toilets and shower heads. So yeah, this is gonna be massive. I do want to wait a little bit longer until we at least get that. Although, of course, I could also research that, and then we could take an extra grant. Qualified prisoner 0, yeah. I like, this is something I want to do in a different build, is to make a lot of money by having a lot of prisoners working for you in the workshop and just producing a ton of goods there. That is what I want to do in a different prison, but not here. Yes, there we go. Some more paroles being held. Three earlier releases gives us a decent chunk of money to keep building here. So, what do we actually want in here? Let's think about it for a second. I want like a few arcade machines. I definitely want some phone booths in here as well. Some sofas as well. And here's one where the toilets are gonna be. Again, no idea where to really put the drains to make them effective, so... Maybe like that? I don't know. Anyway, like they can have... Oh, you know what? We're getting close to the limit of this thing, right? But I do very much want to have the metal detectors in front of this. Still. Okay. There goes basically all our cash. But this can now hold what, like 108 prisoners, I think. And we're by far not done. Might even add something like a pool table in here or two. Some weights benches. Okay, but we are gonna get 16 grand here. So. Okay. Require micromanagement. Okay. Two more early releases, which is awesome. Because this allows us to place down more bunk beds, which means we're gonna be done soon with these. Yeah, this goes here. This goes there. Yeah. I know it. No. You eat here. We hire more cooks. We are gonna need a ton more cooks though. Like that is gonna be like the big thing that we're gonna need. Yet a knife. Recreation is a big thing that they're lacking, huh? But like our entire regime basically is like either you work or you have free time. I think we should at the very least assign this as a dormitory already. Yep, that's exactly the way I wanted it to be. Oh, also you don't have to be there anymore. You need to be here then. How many of them do I have now? 10. Okay, it's enough for now. We should take another grant right now so we get some advance payment. Actually, we get that right now. We can actually get this as well. No, we can't. All right. So we're gonna invest the next couple of thousand or tens of thousands of dollars into new personnel because we're gonna need it. $50,000 for prisoner intake. But yeah, I want to wait for at least... Hey, Yandrolop, how's it going? I want to wait at least one more full day to see how many people, how many prisoners we can release with paroles, because paroles are ridiculous for generating a lot of money. Because each prisoner released after going to parole, it gives you $3,000, and then the next day you can take in one more, which gives you another $500. So effectively, each prisoner that passes the parole hearing gives you $3,500. And if you release 20 on one day, then that's a lot of money. Anyway, what we need is we need another foundation here. Because we are going to use this for, I guess a shower. Yeah, those need to shower somewhere, those guys. Also want to improve this a little bit by doing something like that. And then running this like here. And this here. All right. At this point, I may actually want to hire more workmen, but I think that can wait a little bit still. What I do want to do is change this up again. The reason I'm patrolling the outsides of my prison with dog patrols, if you didn't know, is because they can find tunnels. So that's gonna make it a lot harder for our prisoners to escape, because the dogs are just gonna find the tunnels. Okay, and now I'm gonna put down another power station somewhere like here. And do this for now. And see how much we can get done with this. Okay, it's at this point where I could potentially start like making this place a little bit prettier by, you know, using fancy tiles for the shower or white tiles for the kitchen and canteen, which is what I usually use. Because we are gonna get another $21,000 for just prisoner intake today. There's a couple more paroles going on. $21,000 for prisoner intake. Why the heck not? Gonna do this because this is gonna be my shower area. So let's start putting down shower heads. Did anybody escape? Not yet, no? We haven't had any escapes yet. We have had a bunch of deaths, but, you know, it's pretty much inevitable. Okay, and then we need, I would say, a large pipe through here as well. I think all of this should be providing enough water for all of those shower heads that we're going to be placing down. I hope that this is going to be enough drains. Like so, and then like so. Okay, I think that'll be it. Okay, so this prison is doing fairly well, I would say. And especially now that there's a new day and, you know, more paroles are going to be taking place. Okay, only 6 right now. That's fine. Let's do that. 14,500 more for prisoner intake. Another 27 coming tomorrow. Okay, this is actually working as far as the drains go. Have we released any prisoners today? I don't think so. Didn't see it. Could also just be that I missed it, but let's see how many we've released so far. It's 27. That's not bad. That's like 81,000 just from prisoner releases already. Let's make this place a little bit prettier. I think I want one guard deployed in here, definitely. Potentially even two. Damn, we just found so many, well, dangerous objects with the metal detector. Yeah, we're at day 18, 14,000 daily cash flow, plus of course however much we get from parole releases every day. Yeah, it's a lot of money every day. Consulting fees as well for when we find contraband, thanks to our warden, who is right here. I don't even have a staff room yet, and I don't really think I need one. Yeah, I think we need more workmen. There we go. What we also need more of is armed guard. I think I actually want to like patrol one of those armed guards. No longer here, I guess, but potentially like here. What, 38 escapes? Shit. It just dug past the fence. Okay. There we have it, our first escapes. Yeah, that's a lot. Can you please, like, do this? He's not doing it. Are you doing it? Okay. Look at that. I mean, I gotta say I'm impressed. Yeah, at the same time, I think this means to us that we certainly should also employ some more dogs here on this side so they can find tunnels. More earlier releases, which means lots of money. And then we're going to assign this as a shower. And I think that'll be enough for today. We are at day 19. We're making lots of money. We have a maximum capacity of 331 prisoners. Gonna be taking in 51 of those tomorrow. And yeah, I think it's going good. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to follow me on Twitch so you can catch the next one. If you're watching us on YouTube, consider subscribing to my channel. Of course, on Twitch, you can also subscribe to me, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can link that to your Twitch account and get a free subscription to a YouTuber of your choice every month. And with that being said, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.